Without the support of the university, we really would not be able to be the program that we are today. The kids do a lot for the program, and they work really hard to be good athletes, but also good students, and now they're working to be good citizens too. And Howard, we just work really hard. They work really hard to make you proud. So thanks for being here, and if you'd like to say a couple words, I'd invite you to do that.
It's such a pleasure to be here today. We are so proud of the crew team for what you've done with the Row-A-Thon. I can't believe how impressive it is over the last few years and what you've done to help this community. And you all should be really proud of yourselves. You know, we're proud of the partnership with City of West Lafayette and all the support we got to get this boathouse open. And it's been just an amazing opportunity to serve the community and also serve the crew team and rec sports. So we're excited about that. Most of you know we're excited that we expanded the rec sports facility this year to serve all of the campus population. That's been a huge success, and hopefully all of our rowers are using that space as well. But again, this is a great time to celebrate the kind of partnerships we have with the City of West Lafayette and Lafayette as well. So Dave, Coach Bailey, thank you so much for your leadership, and we're really proud of what you've done, and particularly what you all did. I can't even imagine rowing a marathon like you did, but it's pretty amazing. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Actually, we're all really happy that the new recreational sports facility is up and in place, because just about everything in the building here that you can touch has come from the old recreational sports facility. So the fine cherry desk and furniture over here, the flooring upstairs, the mirrors on the wall, that sort of thing, all comes from the old rec sports center. The other thing that makes today really special is having both mayors from the greater Lafayette area here, Tony Rosworski from Lafayette and John Dennis from Lafayette. Without your support and having a great community here, we really wouldn't be the program we are today. So we thank you for being here. If you guys would like to say a couple things, then you're more than welcome to do that. I think because you took points last. So did I have it right? Lafayette, West Lafayette.
Just real quick, I think everybody's pretty much touched upon how amazing of a facility this is and how we got to this point. But one thing that I want to emphasize is our student population here in this community does so much more than just give great grades and eventually find ways to use their brains to help make this world a better place. They also definitely care very much and very passionate about this community. And I know that each and every one of you are tasked when you join a club sport to have some sort of contribution to the community. And that stuff can be really easy. You can grab a rake and go clean up your yard. You can grab a bag and pick up some trash. All of which is of value, don't get me wrong. But when you generate revenue for such a needy cause as Bruce Joe, for such a needy cause as Lum, and the great work that Joe Marcon and his team do over there, that renders me almost speechless, which is Tony can testify to.
Pretty hard to do.
But you do an amazing job, and I truly thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the good work that you do. And as we often say, your work will definitely not go unnoticed. So just a real quick round of applause for the students. You guys are pretty awesome as a group team as well. And you guys can really kick up a weight on it. My director of development, Chandler Poole, was explaining to me the positions and locations of both. I'm an old football player, so to me that would be something I would like to use for a recreational opportunity. But Coach Kusick tells me that that's not exactly what it's for. So judging by the building, you men and women, I can see that that's definitely not what it's for. So again, thank you guys very much.
I'll just echo a little bit what John said. We appreciate what you did. In the last 2 years, in my State of the City address, the whole second half of my address is about how do we develop our human capital, how do we develop our people, and how do we improve the quality of life for everyone in our community. And the work that you've done to help Lum, who provides so many of the programs that do just that touch people in need at a lot of different stages in their life, at a lot of different age levels, and they do a tremendous job. That's exactly what I'm talking about. How do all of us work together to do those things that lift people up, move people forward, and get things done for people in need. And what you do really makes a difference because it allows them to make a difference on a daily basis. And so thank you. I hope that when your days here in the Purdue crew are done, you continue that. I hope you stay here. I love all young people to stay here. That would be great for our community. But wherever you go, continue that mission, continue that ideal of how do we lift people up, how do we move people forward, how do we give back, change the quality of life in our communities and the communities that you're from. So thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated.
And now, without much further ado, I'd like to introduce John Reedy, who's the president of Purdue Crew, and he has a gift lump into ministry today.
I'd like to invite Eileen and Joe also up. Eileen, you can.
I'm holding the bag.
You're holding the bag.
I'm not holding the bag.
Has that got the money in it?
I'd just like to say a few words about, this is something that we really do enjoy doing as a team. And one of the really cool things that I get to see as an officer these past few years is just kind of the excitement that is built up around this event. The first 2 years I was on the team, this was kind of like an annual obligation, just kind of going through the motions. And the past few years, it's really been kind of a pleasure to see how, just by changing our approach a little bit, just by putting a little bit of extra work into it, we can really make a huge difference. So, without too much further ado, got a pretty big number here. $14,457.26. Shocked when this number came in. Starting into this year for the Row-A-Thon, I was a little worried that we weren't able to live up to our expectation that we had generated last year, and I'm just floored by the fact that we blew it over by, I don't know, what'd you say? I got our total right here. Total donations of $31,364.81. That's about $10,000 more than we got last year. So a lot of that, I think a lot of that is from LUM, actually, just really doing a nice job getting the publicity out. This was a much more highly publicized event than it was last year, so a huge thank you goes out to you guys, both for publicizing this event and the incredible work that you guys do with the community. So that's all I've got.
Well, I just want to start with a few things. First of all, to Coach Kusick and Coach for your wonderful, wonderful support and enthusiasm for this project. It comes from a place in you where you have a commitment to not only the program here, but also to our community. And that commitment is evident in the work that the student athletes do. Would really like to thank John for your leadership in this. I know that you and everybody else who's involved probably have a million other things you could be doing during the first few weeks of the semester, not the least of which is cracking your books and worrying about tests and things like that. But really appreciate the time and effort to know how much work goes into this. And there's another group of people that I really want to thank, and that's your parents and your loved ones and friends who have contributed financially to make this happen. I have two children here at Purdue. One's in the marching band, one is very active in clubs in her department in biochemistry. And as a parent, I really know the value of extracurricular activities. I know the group, the esteem, the socializing it builds. I know the skills that it builds in just communicating with people. A lot of you know this guy here. I've worked with John, this is my third year now. And I'll tell you, when he was a freshman, he would not be able to get up in front of a crowd like this and say boo to anybody. But look at him go now. He is Yeah, I meant embarrassing. But this is the value of being an athlete and being involved, and your parents recognize that. They see the same things in you as you're growing in development, and the reason that they contribute of their resources, and it's a sacrifice for them, is because they see the good things that are happening in you. So thank you very, very much for this. This will be put to use as soon as the real check arrives. Just this morning, we saw 15 people that were facing eviction from their homes, that were facing utility disconnects. And not only is that difficult for a family, but when families move, that has an effect down the line. The children end up going to different schools, and that's bad for their upbringing and for their learning as well. So this is going to have a real effect on down the line where we can go. Thank you very, very much.